What's going on, guys? Matt Schaeffer back here with you with another Musaic audiophile conversion. This one is in a 2019 Porsche GT3. A lot of stuff done to this thing: radar, laser, audio. These are going to be two separate videos, so this one we're going to focus in on the radar system, so let's check it out. Starting with the front end, we have three laser diffusers that make up the front defense. We have AL Priority RX, AL Priority TX, and another AL Priority RX there on the sides. So the TX in this car, it's really borderline using a TX. So we decided to use the TX in this case, just because it is a lot more powerful of a tool when you do use the TX in the center compared to the RX. The diffuser brackets that we made here, we made a pod, which you can see that starts right here. This trim basically outlines the trim that you see here at the top where the fog light is. So this is all one pod, IR acrylic, and our diffuser sits right behind there. You can kind of see how the bracket attaches. So behind the IR acrylic, we basically sandwich through the mesh to attach it to the car. So it's not physically bolted to the car. There's no holes made inside the car. It's physically sandwiched between that mesh there. Same thing with the TX here in the center, and then again the other RX over there. So this setup is going to be really great for any kind of new age variable pulse rate gun like the Dragon Eye or the Stalker XLR. The radar in this case is literally right behind the bumper, dead center. I'll overlay some pictures here so you can kind of see how we mounted it. It comes through the opening of the center of the bumper phone and it sits flush. It is also one of the highest areas that you can mount it in the front end here, because under each light is pretty obstructed. There's a lot of stuff there, but in the center it is the highest spot that we can actually get it here in the front end of the car. So the rear consists of this new license plate frame that we built, and we remade a whole new frame to fit on the car, and it basically uses the same kind of technique where this whole outside piece is IR acrylic, and we rastered the logo into the IR acrylic, and then we kept the paper on and then painted the whole front. That's how we get this kind of gloss black to matte black transition. So of course our diffusers are up here. We have a magnetized plate cover which just pulls off. Right now I have just a license plate insert in there so you can kind of see it, and then that would be our plate frame. So here you can see we have all the magnets embedded in there, and then you have the openings there through the regular acrylic. So only the IR acrylic is sitting with the face of the diffuser. And in this case you do have to notch behind the bumper there in the plastic for the sensor to go through, but it's all covered up through this plate frame. You can still get to the towing hook, and it uses bolts into the factory spots on the bumper. We have our holes here for our new license plate for our 1/4-20 Allen screw to go into, and like I said, completely concealed. So as you can see, this thing just sucks right up in there and you're good to go. Now as far as the inside goes, we have our LED up here on the cluster. We have our controller in the smoker's package. Now on this GT3 it doesn't come with the smoker's package, so we basically upgraded it to the smoker's package, made our insert to fit flush within the smoker's package, and it houses our AL Priority controller. So that's hidden under there. Obviously you can keep that shut at all times. You have the speaker behind the dashboard. You have our GPS up where the factory center channel used to be. That is now removed. And then this also has the Bluetooth module, so you can basically connect the system to your phone. And now to show you what that looks like, this is connected to the system. So we have our three different profiles. Profile B is going to be where it's going to diffuse the laser signal for about 5 seconds when you first get hit, and then it's going to lift up, allowing whoever is taking the laser or LiDAR and allow them to get a reading. So it gives you the ability to slow down. Profile B is going to be unlimited laser defense, so no matter what, it is just always going to continuously block laser. And then profile C is going to be parking sensor mode. So in parking sensor mode, it's going to change the diffusers and it's going to make them parking sensors. So it's a really cool way to make the transition into, again, say the diffusers were on the outermost part of the car and you could see them. It's an easy way to say that the diffusers are actually parking sensors, in case anyone were to question what the diffusers were on the outside of the car. In this case, they are completely stealth, so that's not really necessary as they already look like it's part of the car. But in this case, this is a good way to, again, conceal the diffusers. So back onto profile A, how the system is going to work is you're basically going to drive up to about 25 miles an hour. And then it's going to open up the laser diffusers, right? So anything under 20, it's basically going to ignore. It uses a GPS antenna to understand how fast you're going. So that's going to keep a lot of false readings out as you're either sitting at a stoplight or driving slowly. Again, when you install this in 2020, obviously you want it to work, number one, but number two, you want it to false the least, right? So in this case, with the AL Priority laser defense system, we just paired it with the net radar to keep it all under one umbrella, under one console. So the net radar DSP works through the AL Priority platform, so you don't have any extra controllers or displays or anything like that. We often try and build this for each person's budget or expectations or how they plan on using it. To get the best results, we generally pair the AL Priority with the Escort Radar Max CI. It just falses a lot less, and it seems to work marginally better than the Net Radar DSP. Now, the cool thing about this entire system is you can physically update the whole platform. So you can go to firmware update and it will update directly from your phone. So again, for ease of use, it's really cool because, again, if you want a display, you have the display through your phone. If you don't need the display, if you just want it to work with the LED and the speaker, it can do that as well. There's one controller, obviously the one in our smokers package, so you don't have to worry about a bunch of stuff going on and integrating in a bunch of stuff. So again, it works extremely awesome, super reliable. Knock on wood, I've never had a client say, hey man, I ended up getting a ticket with the system you installed. They work well. We test them all with different guns that we have at the shop. And if you are interested in outfitting one of your cars, if you want the stealth package, I would say check out our website. We have a very intuitive website that shows all the jobs that we've done. It also shows you the OEM standard jobs versus the OEM stealth jobs, how they look, how we've integrated them into different cars, so you can kind of see the level of integration that we can do on possibly your car. So we can really tackle any car, and we kind of let the car dictate where the diffusers are going to be placed, and kind of give you the best options to, you know, have everything completely concealed and be a part of the car. So with that being said, be sure to follow us on Instagram. Here's our 3 handles below. Also make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, hit that bell, like the video. That helps us out a ton. If you have a car and you want to contact me, here's my email address followed by my phone number. And then, like always guys, I appreciate it, and until next time.